Salutations, dieters! My name is Rachel. Join me today as we slowly crack the keto, this diet, get it, and make some good juicy recipes. Breakfast. Before we get into the specific recipes, let's review the rules we need to abide by on this dietary regimen. I'm going to strive to eat under this many calories a day, and these are some foods you should perhaps avoid, whereas these are some foods you can probably eat a lot of. Now that we're no longer in the dark, let's get into these college dorm-friendly foods. For the past 2 months, I have strictly stuck to the exact same 2 things for breakfast. This first one I like to call the mud pie because it looks disgusting and bears a striking resemblance to sewage sludge. What you need is half a banana, a spoonful of the following items: chia seeds, roasted cocoa nibs, cinnamon, cacao powder, and peanut butter. 4 spoonfuls of Greek yogurt. I use almond milk here because I ran out of yogurt, and as you'll see later in the video, it was a huge mistake. Through internet research, I'd realized that bananas and peanut butter are not ideal items to consume on a low-carb diet. Therefore, I revised my recipe. We take away these 2 ingredients, add a third of an avocado because no one's bougie enough to afford eating an entire one at a time, 2 spoonfuls of coconut oil, and some sort of liquid sweetener. One important thing to keep in mind here is that you're too busy to be wasting time using multiple utensils. So just go ahead and use the same spoon to scoop all the ingredients. Sanitation is not our primary concern in this video. Second item on the menu is microwaved eggs. For this, we would need 2 eggs, mixed to a satisfactory extent, and notice here you're going to want to be using the same bowl you used yesterday because you're too busy to be washing dishes. Some mushrooms, spinach, some shredded mozzarella cheese, and some bacon bits. Microwave the amalgamation for 3 minutes and voila, you've got yourself a keto meal coming in at just under 13 carbs. Moving on to lunch and dinner, I receive a sudden urge to have hot pot, which is a Chinese dish. This idea turned out to be a huge flop as I underestimated the amount of carbs in these dried up bean curds. I am ready to gather ingredients for a retrospectively successful hot pot. Looking at all these things I'm not allowed to eat was making me regret my decision to go on a diet, so I decided to act fast. I quickly fetched some fried bean rolls and bean curds without taking into account the serving size on the nutrition label. The broth aisle was particularly traumatic because last time I was here, I'd been horrified to see a transparent spider after I grabbed that package there. Frantic and thinking with my ass, I dropped the package and kicked it under the shelves right there, and surely, there it still lies 2 weeks later. I'm sorry, owner of store. After I left the store and got on the train, I realized that in all the paranoia of possible spider emergencies, I'd grabbed a broth that expired in August of 2018. However, the hot pot turned out to be delightful nonetheless, and I thoroughly enjoyed the rough texture of the soy before I knew I was breaking my own diet. Third recipe in the canon is burgers. If you're too lazy to make your own burgers, here's a tip. And if not, here's what you'll need: a frying pan, some olive oil, and a burger patty. Frying the patty is an extremely dangerous process, and you can and will die, so exercise maximum caution. When the burger looks done, transfer it onto the same bowl you ate breakfast with and embellish it with cheese, mushrooms, lettuce, chipotle aioli, and the like. This is where you really get creative. Depending on what you top the patty with, this dish should be under 2 carbs. Anthony from Queer Eye will certainly not be happy, but I couldn't care less. This next dish is an exciting one. We're gonna be making chicken wings! Only thing you need to do is marinate the chicken with soy sauce and honey barbecue before sticking it in the oven at 420 degrees for half an hour. And boom! She's a beaut. You can eat the wings with a side salad, which transitions to my next recipe. The salad is indeed as simple as it sounds. All you need is leafy greens, some cheese, and a dressing. You must undergo intense trial and error to figure out what fits your taste, what is up your alley. The wings in the salad come around a total of 5 carbs. This last recipe is a staple for me, but unfortunately I've gotten tired of this format of just listing ingredients, so I'm going to put the recipe in the description while you enjoy this aesthetic edit. Thank you and good night, USA.